Hi guys, it's Wednesday again, and I would like to thank all of you for joining me on my channel in such numbers. As I record this video, I can see that there are almost 5,500 of you on my channel, and I'm really grateful for all your attention. And don't worry, I always write down all your suggestions and questions, and feel free to suggest what else I could make into a video for you. Don't be afraid to ask any questions about the art supplies I use, or maybe tips and advices. I'm always there for you. Today I would like to also give thanks to three really important friends of mine who have pushed me to succeed in making this, and I would like to use this opportunity to thank some of my most important friends regarding my YouTube career, and they are my dear pervy fairy godmother, not grandmother, godmother. Her name is Alice, and also my dear friend Laura from Canada, and my dearest Dara. You have no idea how much these three have helped me, some even through the years, through the tough times, and I'm really grateful for all their help and love and support. So I really want my channel to be full of positive energy and make smiles on your faces, so feel free to join me, and let's create more art and let's create more beautiful things. Today also I would like to announce what I will be doing. It's another one of Laura's and my ideas. We are trying actually to make an art book out of these illustrations. Maybe you even are familiar with them. They are my Queen of Frost and Queen of Hearts with her king. So we started thinking about maybe making stories for these characters and making more scenes with them, and make them unique and make them really original, because we really got attached to them, and I think we'll be trying to make even more fantasy characters like these and make an art book. So if you like the idea, please support it and give us some suggestions. Today I will be designing in front of your eyes a brand new princess or queen, queen of the ocean. The mermaid I will be designing on the spot. For now I only have like few guidelines I would like to implement for her design. I will be crossing her design with designs of several sea creatures like a seahorse or a narwhal, and I will implement parts of those creatures into her armor and decorations, and also try to stay similar to these previous queen designs. So I hope you like that. I already selected an assortment of Copics to color her with, so I will present to you the art tools I will be using for her today. Today I will be using the Express It blending card paper again, because it's really fantastic, it's really vibrant of color and white surfaces, and grateful for work. It doesn't bend under the moisture of the markers, and the coloring and the blending is really improved on this paper. And for the basic tools, I have my regular drafting pen, Maped Softy eraser, my feather broom for cleaning eraser junk, 0.03 fine liner by Copic, and 0.1 fine liner by Faber-Castell. Some Japanese black brush-tipped fude pens I always use for inking. And for the finishing touches, after I put color, I like to add white details. In this case, I will be adding some of air bubbles inside the ocean floor, of course, with Mitsubishi white gel pen or ballpoint pen, however you like to call it. And also a very quality regular brush with some white paint. I buy these brushes in local stores named Ars. They're all across my country and they really sell inexpensive quality art supplies. So if you live in Serbia, check them out. And for the Copics, today I will be using, of course, for skin, my favorite E00, E13 for shading skin. Then my latest favorite, Cocoa Brown. This makes a really nice, subtle brown, and yet, as the title says, like cocoa color. It's really nice. And for the color, parts of the color of her hair, I will be using Yellow Red 21 YR21 cream, and I will go back to these markers for shading the hair, because as I said in my previous videos, you need to learn how to save on Copics by recycling some shades and using them to shade different things in different colors. Test them out, experiment, and I'm sure you will be surprised by the results. I will do even some blending this time with the Zero colorless blender and the N4 gray, neutral 4 gray. It always gives good results when you try some partial blending. For some red details, I wanted to incorporate red corals into my mermaid design, so I will be using R35 coral. And for shading that, plus I decided to cross over the mermaid design with some steampunk design, so I hope you like how that turns out. And also one of the most used Copics, E18 copper, which I use to shade metals, gold, well, copper of course, some parts of the skin, leather, brown areas, etc. As for the mermaid's tail, I will be using some newly acquired blue-green shades like blue-green BG57 Jasper, BG18 Teal Blue, and BG75 Abyss Green. I really like this shade, so I will try to make some effects of her tail texture with them. I also like, oops, my table just moved, BG10. It's really nice. It has this color of sea foam. It's called Cool Shadow. It's really nice, subtle color. And for the background of the sea floor, I will try to blend in as much as I can these three shades: B34 Manganese Blue, B24 Sky, and B06 Peacock Blue. These three I will combine for some effects on the background, and also when you do underwater scenes, always try to shade a bit more with blue. Any shade you make on a mermaid skin should be a bit bluish, so the shaded areas should be covered with a really subtle blue Copic, for example. And when you do the background, try to make it darker so you can make more visible bubbles in the background as special effects. So that was it, and let's begin. you.